together as a team, individually, and now it's about getting the engine going without Jimmy Butler, figuring out how to do that. Multiple guys were playing well. You start here. If you can get off to a great start on this road trip, that can go a long way.
Yeah, and you look at tonight and look at the road trip. This probably is the tone setter because, all right, you still want to be in the playoff hunt. You've got Dallas tonight, then a baseball series where you set up camp in Minneapolis.
Listen, if you're in that Warrior locker room, you're saying our season is not over. We have a lot of guys playing well. We are NBA players in here. We have a lot of pride. Let's have a nice road trip and battle until they say we can't battle anymore. That's the way that everybody in that locker room is thinking right now. That's the mentality they have to have. That mental toughness has to come out the rest of the way.
In the next couple weeks, you're figuring out what is the second unit. Who do you go to in the non-Steph minutes? The good thing for the Warriors is they have a lot of candidates. They're a very deep team with a lot of talent. The 4 plays of the day, I think now, Kay, it's figuring out what are the groupings, who plays well together, and when do you sub guys in and out?
I think the rest of this season is going to mean a lot for someone's career going forward here. You think about the second leading scorer on the team being Brandon Podziemski, who's averaging a little over 12 points. I doubt we're going to be here at the end of the season, and that's going to be the case. I think someone's going to step to the forefront a little more, but it's everybody. Like, how do we figure out what are our go-to plays when Steph is not on the floor? When are we running plays? When are we just going to go play fast and play helter-skelter? Can we get Jonathan Kuminga more involved? Let him be the ISO guy. Let him initiate. Let him draw double teams, move the ball out of that. There's a lot to think about because the puzzle has totally changed, and the lineups are going to be different. But you think about the fact that the Warriors bench has been a bright spot all season, so they have to rely on their depth now.
When you are the #1 pick in the NBA, you have huge scrutiny. And the #1 overall pick is discussed all the time. And for Cooper Flagg, he may have exceeded expectations. He only turned 19 in December. You have to keep reminding yourself of that.
This guy is an all-round talent, a super bouncy 6'8". And I'm impressed that he has a huge impact on the defensive side, too. Like, he's got the length to be a shot blocker and the lateral quickness to shut down the perimeter. He's got amazing scoring ability, but most of all, feel. Understands how to get his teammates involved, how to play off of guys, how to be the guy to initiate, figure out when to score, when to pass it. I'm looking forward to watching this guy the rest of his career.
Well, I always have a smile on my face when I get to see Klay Thompson. I'm never going to get used to the Maverick uniform, but this is the 6th time the Warriors have played Klay. And he's playing terrific basketball. 47% on threes the last 9 games. The Mavs have won 3 in a row. So Klay Thompson in a Mavs uniform, it's still something anytime you get to smile and see Klay. Bonte and the gang are back in the studio coming up next. Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota. Class-leading MPG and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota, let's go places. By Jack in the Box. Jack's bringing back his classic Chicken Supreme, now at a meal starting at $5.49. And by the Bay Area BMW Centers.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business.
Like, yeah, boy, rolling like a big shot. Chevy tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop. Fresh paint job, fresh inside. Is the outside frame in the trunk wide? Or the wheels big, do it ride good. Lean back, right hand on the pound. Cream on the inside. like RG said, we ready. Whole click straight, lunatics like Billy. Red Marquis paint job.
Please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem performed tonight by Ray Vaughn.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag, it was still there. Oh, say
All right, tip-off just around the corner here. Stephen Curry gets you ready to roll. Says what's up to Fitz there courtside. Wonder what kicks he's going to wear during the game. We saw him warming up in the Kai threes from Anta, of course. Kyrie Irving's signature shoe. We know Stephen Curry loves to do that when he goes into another building or plays an opponent. He'll wear the shoe. But Warriors trying to get back on track here. 20th different starting lineup, Fezzi. Guy Santos gets to start here for the Warriors. His third career start. What's your key to the game?
Well, Steph Curry is going to be looking to make somebody barbecue chicken tonight. So Max Christie is going to be chasing Steph Curry all over the floor. They sell out on three-point shots. The Dallas Mavericks are number one in protecting the three-point line. That means the inside is open. Dallas lets teams all over the NBA score 56 points a game in the paint. So the Warriors got to attack the paint. That's one. Drive and kick. That's going to be important. Moses Moody, Quentin Post, they're going to have three-point shots. You got to hit those shots so that the defense can respect them, and then Steph Curry can do what he does and start attacking.
Yeah, Dallas defends the three, but they don't shoot the three. The one guy that does shoot is Max Christie. He's about 46%. So I can see the Warriors playing a bunch of zone, but you got to find Christie. And then I agree with Fezzi. Speed this game up, but make sure you take care of the basketball. Look, the Warriors are desperate. They really need to continue stacking wins. The bench has been a real strong point all season long. And I think Guy Santos, he needs to come out the same way he does when he comes off the bench. Establish his energy and effort and lift that starting unit up.
And start fast. Like these low-scoring first quarters, you got to start fast. And
put it in overdrive.
No doubt.
Drive
Before
the
we settled
basketball.
in the other night, they were down 10-0 to Toronto. But we're looking forward. Enjoy the Mavericks and Warriors. We'll see you at the half, everybody.
Mavs fans on your feet. Let's hear it for the starting lineup. Our Dallas Mavericks. At forward, in his first season from Duke, number 32, Cooper Flag. At guard, in his fourth season from Michigan State, numeral 00, Max Christie. At forward in his 7th season from Nevada, number 16, Caleb Martin. At guard in his 6th season from Xavier, number 13, the 9th, Najee Marshall. And at center in his 12th season from Stanford, number 7, Dwight Powell. Our head coach is Jason Kidd. Once again, make some noise for our Dallas Mavericks.
In a building that has been a house of horrors for the Warriors, they've lost 7 of their last 8 in Dallas. It begins a 4-game road trip and a new look Warriors. The Jimmy Butler injury makes this a very different team, but you pick up the pieces because there's a long time left in this season.
There is. This could be the tone setter for really the rest of the season. And mentally, this is the start. If you can start your engine without Jimmy Butler, the challenge is there. It's going to be more difficult, but Warriors are mentally tough. They're going to have to show it now. You got to go inside against this Maverick team. That's where they struggle. 30th in opponent points in the paint. Number 1 guarding the 3 ball. Remember, Jimmy Butler was the one that brought the balance of the Warriors attack. He's going inside. He's getting to the free throw line. Who's going to step up and do that and make sure the Warriors aren't just getting 3 half? You're going to need to knock down threes, but you want to go inside too. Then get back defensively. One of the reasons the Mavericks have been playing so well is their pace. They're getting up and down. They're attacking in transition. You got to make sure you get back, stop the ball, find the shooters. That's the fundamental. And then see if you can counterattack. Warriors have to embrace the fast pace. Sometimes the Warriors want to be deliberate with Jimmy Butler. I think if you can embrace the fast pace, find your flow, and you're in transition, get down there before this pretty good defensive set. The Mavs are really solid defensively just overall.
If you look at the Mavericks, having won 3 in a row, and they blew out the Knicks, had them booing the Knicks at MSG, and they've had a couple days off.
Well, it's not just one blow. They have 3 blowouts in a row, basically. So they're feeling really good. And it's come on the offensive side. Really, defensively, they've been solid all season for the most part. Offensively is where they struggle. And now they've been shooting the ball so much better from the field and from three-point range. These last 3 games, they're shooting like almost 44% for three-point range as a team. And Klay Thompson's coming on strong.
So the Mavs with Cooper Flag handling. It'll be Najee Marshall, Max Christie, who's coming off a career high. Cooper Flag, Caleb Martin, and the longest tenured Maverick, Dwight Powell, the 4-year Stanford product.
Max Christie is coming off an amazing game against the Knicks.
And Christie opens the scoring as it rims out. So now, different starting lineup for the Dubs. Steph with Brandon Podziemski, Moses Moody, Guy Santos, and Draymond Green. So we've talked about the second unit without Jimmy Butler, but a different starting unit right now.
Martin starting on Steph.
And Draymond missing that 3. And Cooper Flag, we saw him on Christmas. Warriors taking care of the Mavs, 126-116. And Flag, 3-point shot, the only thing coming around, or yet to come around, at 29%. But the defense there is he denies Draymond at the rim.
Well, Draymond contested and took off, but you do want to get Cooper Flag right now because he can do that.
Puts it up and in, draws the foul.
So they started this game with Cooper Flag bringing the ball up, and I think he got off to kind of a rough start his rookie campaign, trying to bring the ball up, trying to be, as Draymond Green gets the outlet pass, goes pump fake, but couldn't finish. And this is Cooper Flag on the other side. He wants to get the angle on you. Once he does. He's jumping into you. He's drawing fouls. But I think as a rookie coming into the league, even if you played point forward in college, point guard like Cooper Flag, it's hard to think about getting others going and getting yourself going against NBA defenses. It's much tougher. So then, once they let him get off the ball, catch and make plays, then he got rolling.
Steph Curry, wing jumper, rimming it out. Steph's been held under 20 for 3 consecutive games. You've got to go back years since that happened last.
Well, he knows The Warriors need him to have a huge game.
Najee Marshall, well defended by Moses Moody. Moses the D and the rebound.
And just in general for Steph, the rest of the season, he knows he needs to have big scoring games with big impact.
Okay, those are the passes that the Warriors became turnover machines. That one thrown away. And Najee Marshall making him pay.
You know Jason Kidd is going to have this team ready to focus on Steph Curry. There's going to be a lot of attention on him, a lot of traffic where he is. Everybody else has to be ready to be a threat out there and not try to force it to him at times.
Podziemski finding Guy Santos. Guy missing that three, and Flag with the rebound. Cooper Flag turned 19 in December. #1 pick overall. He and Con Knippel were terrific at Duke, and Flag with the mid-range.
That's the only problem with gapping him. He'll eat up some of the real estate, and he does have floaters.
All that attention on Steph. Gotten used to that. Podziemski tried to get it inside. Ricochets back to Brandon. From a seated position, he finds Guy Santos. Draymond setting that brush screen. Shot clock at 1. Guy to beat the buzzer and missing the three. So the Warriors have opened 0 for 5.
The gapping Draymond, and Steph was going to try to use that, but they recovered on him.
Caleb Martin and Guy Santos. Guy in the starting lineup. You know he's going to rebound. He's already pulled a couple misses. Draymond, little push out, and the Warriors still looking for their first basket.
It's clear they want to make Draymond a scorer, just in general. And he's capable.
Max Christie setting up Cooper Flag, another three on the way. And that's where you want him to live.
Just as a team, they're 25th in the league in three-point shooting percentage on the season, and they've been shooting it better, but you want to bring him back down to earth.
That guy can make threes. Steph Curry dropping in a triple.
He finally found some space working off of those screens.
Yeah, 14, 19, and 16 for Steph. So it would be surprising if he had a breakout scoring game tonight. They flatten out Najee Marshall and Draymond. Great defense. And a better pass to Podziemski. That's defense leading offense, but that dunk was blocked. It'll be Warrior ball, but Podziemski thought he was home free.
That's unfortunate, but the Mavs hustled back. They didn't just give up on it. This is Steph. Christie got clipped just a little bit. That's all it takes. Steph doesn't need much. And then Podziemski tried to go air pods. Martin wasn't having it. Came from behind.
So GP2 first playing time. And Gary inside. You're going to need all those.
Well, for Christmas Day game, the Warriors shot the ball really well from in the paint. So you need a repeat of that. Maybe just more points, more attempts in there.
Powell down the lane, and he will go to the line.
On the other side, the one that GP2 missed was a Steph back screen. And there's Jay Kidd. Yeah, the three-point shooting has been much better. They've been shooting it well from the field, but defensively, we mentioned it. First, when it comes to opponent three-point shooting, 30th opponent points in the paint. But with this game, it's just all about keeping Steph out of it. And again, without Jimmy Butler, teams are going to be even more focused on Steph. We think we've seen a lot of double teams and gimmicky defenses and boxes and ones through the first part of the season.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
You ain't seen nothing, man. These teams are going to try to get Steph to pass the ball or just keep the ball out of his hands. So someone else has to be aggressive. And you don't like to say step up, but everybody has to do more. They realize that.
Powell 1 of 2 from the line. Well, you think of the size that Dallas is missing. No Anthony Davis, and no Daniel Gafford, no Derek Lively. They can contest on the perimeter, but if you leave Curry, Steph has hit 2 threes now.
And Draymond set another good screen, and they just weren't ready to switch up on that. You give Steph that kind of space, he's just yelling great news.
Cooper Flag has missed 3 threes, and the Warriors are almost luring him into taking those. Will Richards first playing time. Setting up Moody, wing 3. Hop back iron. The Dubs have had a rough beginning, to say the least. 2 of 11. The 2 Curry made threes. Najee Marshall.
I was going to say the Mavs haven't been shooting well either from three-point range. They're over, but they're working inside instead of staying at the three-point line and settling.
Curry again. Three threes.
He's got that look in his eyes. Again, just working off that high ball screen. They still weren't close enough. They thought they were. He found a window.
These are two of the top 8 defensive teams in the NBA. And nothing coming easy. Dwight Powell finishing inside.
And they're making it tough on Draymond. That's a tough help and recovery. He had to help up, too, and Powell was so far behind him.
Steph was trying to get some contact, did not get the call.
See the pace of this game, though. This is where the Mavs want to play.
Christie with a three.
They learned those threes early in the shot clock transition. Christie has been playing extremely well. He's been so much more aggressive and assertive. They're trying to push him to do that.
Steve Kerr wanted that foul on Steph Curry, did not get it. And then Christie hit the three. And so the Mavs with the 14-9 advantage early.
Make some noise for the Woo True.
Turn up the music 'cause the song just came on. Turn up the music if they try to turn us down. Turn up the music, can I hear it till the speakers blow? Turn up the music, fill your cup and drink it down. If you're sexy and you know it, put your hands up in there. Put your hands up in there. Girl, put your hands up in there. If you're sexy and you know it, put your hands up in there. Put your hands up in there. Girl, put your hands up. Turn up the music, just turn it up louder. Turn up the music, I need it in my life, yeah. Turn up the music, just turn it up louder. Turn up the music, I need it in my life, yeah. Turn up the music 'cause the sun just came up. Turn up the music if they try to turn us down. Turn up the music 'cause I'm trying to hear the speakers blow. Turn up the music, fill your cup and drink it down. If you're sexy and you know it, put your hands up in there. Put your hands up in there. Girl, put your hands up in there. If you're sexy and you know it, put your hands up in there. Put your hands up in there. Girl, put your hands up and turn up the music. Turn it up louder. Turn up the music. I need it in my life, yeah. Turn up the music. Just turn it up louder. Turn up the music. I need it in my life, yeah. Yeah. Save my life.
Our Kaiser Permanente teamwork in action on Christmas Day. He had 7 Warriors with 10 or more. And without Jimmy Butler, you're going to need games like that where the depth of the Warriors is on display. What's a little disturbing, Kay, is they have no points in the paint right now. They have the Peyton missed layup and the Pajemski dunk that was blocked. But to beat Dallas, you've got to hurt them inside.
And in this game, the Warriors had over 50 points in the paint. The offense was looking good, and the ball had energy behind it. I said the rest of the season, someone's going to step to the forefront. It's going to mean a lot for someone's career going forward the way they play. But it could be one guy has a great stretch, another guy has a great stretch. They kind of all do it together. As two defenders go with Steph, you get GP2 laying it up inside.
Well, he went against Cisse with 2 hands to make sure he laid that in.
Yeah.
And a great finish by Gary there.
With Cisse, you got to make sure you keep him off the glass. He's going to be working on the offensive boards. Right now, it's Draymond Green on him.
P.J. Washington, his first playing time. Doubled, and Will Richard trying to take it away. Shot clock at 5, and he does. Will Richard, such a good defensive player as a rookie.
But you can tell P.J. Washington did not expect that. That's exactly why the Warriors did that as Steph misses one. They like double teaming guys just to get their energy up. Maybe a guy's not going to anticipate you doing that. You force a turnover.
So Will Richard, DeAnthony Melton, GP2 with Steph and Draymond. Warrior killer Brandon Williams is in the game for Dallas.
Yeah, he's a big-time scorer.
Najee Marshall is fouled.
Najee Marshall, too. He can hurt you. Well, Williams is one of those guys that always steps up when they have injuries.
So Steph is exercised. He's had 2 fouls. He wanted the foul on the other end 2 previous possessions. And so he's thinking, where is the foul on Steph versus how he gets treated on the other end? This is what you don't see him get that frustrated, but he's frustrated.
You're trying to hold your line there, and Marshall is making it tough on you. One thing with Steph, he's got on the Kyrie Irvings, and I was talking to him last night. They're the anti-Kyrie Irvings. And I was talking to him, and he said, well, Kyrie hasn't played. He hasn't even had a chance to debut him. So that's the thing. I hope he's okay with me being the first ones to wear him before him. And obviously, Kyrie was like, great news. You want to wear my shoes? You can be the first. All good with me.
So Marshall hitting a couple free throws. Al Horford had 4 threes on Christmas against Dallas. He checks in for Draymond. But this is all different combinations and figuring out which groupings work best together, which combos for different players. And Steph having that floating shot blocked. Wow. And Cisse had it blocked himself and then fouled. So Moussa Cisse will get to the line.
Well, that was his sequence. That was an unreal block. It looked like it was close to being on the way down, but he got up high enough. And then you got 2 defenders, including GP2, who was on Cisse, committing to the ball there, and it left Cisse open. He's just trying to finish. That's what he is. He's going to run the floor, one of those modern NBA bigs that can be fast and run like a gazelle. He's going to rebound. He's going to bring the rim protection. He's got that vertical spacing aspect. He's just going to react to drives really well.
Well, the other reason the Warriors are agitated is Dallas has not been called for a foul yet in the game. Santa Cruz Warriors coming back to Chase. You can bring your family on Sunday, March 1st. Watch them take on the San Diego Clippers. First 10,000 fans get the Jimmy Butler bobblehead presented by Pays. That's all at chasecenter.com. That's a great bobblehead there.
You want to keep the Mavs from getting a bunch of separation on you, because remember, they are coming off 3 blowout games where they just ransacked teams. They went into Madison Square and ransacked the Knicks.
That missed free throw batted back out.
Now Klay Thompson's in the game, who's been playing extremely well, especially this month.
Last 9 games, Klay shooting 47% on threes. Jonathan Kuminga in for the Warriors. Brandon Williams missed a shot against the Dubs. Yeah. That's rare.
And that's the high 5 contest from DeAnthony Melton. They're willing to let that go.
Kuminga with Cisse on him. JK at 20 against Toronto. Trying to attack to the mid-range. He'll draw the foul and flip it in. And Steph just went to Rocky Balboa in center court. A foul's been called on the Mavericks.
And someone else is stepping up and scoring. It's been a lot of pressure on him. He's doing this and one thing. He did this against Toronto, and it was so impressive to me that in his first game back after all these DNPs, in that Toronto game, he was already getting doubled. He made Scotty Barnes come over on the strong side. He was that threatening, and he's getting to it here. I got to commend him, too, because he's clearly stayed ready. And you think about everybody screaming, stay ready, stay ready, stay ready. And he was tested. Out for that long. You come back in and play as well as he did. He knocked the rust off in a hurry, and he's back at it here tonight.
Cisse didn't catch that lob. Great outlet by Al Horford. Melton was going to throw the lob, and P.J. Washington read that and knocked it away.
You love the
and then Dallas give it away.
You love the back and forth, though. And again, the Warriors have to embrace this. See if you can find your flow. Get down there before the defense is set. You got a couple missed alley-oops here. 2 defenders with Williams. The pass was maybe a little high. He probably could have caught that. But they missed it on the other side. The Warriors did, too.
So Bajemski in. Melton right down the lane. Okay. If you wonder where Dallas struggles defensively, that play just showed you right there.
And it was just a mean hesitation
in a half-court set right to the rim.
From DeAnthony Melton that just froze him sub-zero.
That's why you don't settle for contested threes against this team. That's going to be an offensive foul. Caleb Martin warding off Podziemski with the free arm.
He just went with the off arm, did a little too much because Podziemski was just moving his feet. Martin didn't want to take no for an answer. You get the reach in there, and then look at the off-arm little hook there. And Podziemski was calling for this, but this is what it's going to take.
That's well called by the first-year official, Tyler Ricks. Kuminga getting downhill. JK.
We're just going to keep going and ones with JK. Do you like that? Are you good with that? If he just keeps scoring and drawing fouls at the same time?
See, the cool thing on every court in the NBA, there's this thing called the painted area. And I like when the Warriors realize who they're playing and do this.
What I was saying is JK could be one of the guys to have that downhill attack to provide the balance of the Warriors offense. And I said it last game against the Raptors. Get him screening and rolling. Get the ball in his hands. Let him make decisions while he's going downhill. That's where he's the biggest threat.
So Kuminga, 2 3-point plays. Love it when he's hitting his free throws. Klay Thompson for 3, off back iron. PJ Washington, good offensive rebound, and the put back up and good.
Washington is just solid. But again, the Warriors bench played well last game. They've been playing well all season. Great here lately. They've come in and had a good start.
Podziemski and Kuminga again, that high screen roll. And Pods had that blocked. Again, contested threes against the team that defends the 3 the best, or going inside for layups. That's the Warrior choice. Clay had that knocked away.
Will Richard.
And Melton will lay it up and in.
Will Richard looks amazing defensively. D'Anthony Melton looks bouncy.
Brandon Williams right to the rim.
Yeah, you got to get back with this team. They're one of the fastest paced teams in the league, one of the teams that get out in transition the most.
On Christmas, Brandon Williams at 26. It's his season high against the Warriors as Melton is fouled.
Anthony Melton is throwing hezzies at him. Counter moves. He's attacking the basket.
First game on the road trip. Mandatory timeout, tied at 21.
Time performance tonight. It's the incomparable Christian Stoynet. Stay in your seats for this thrilling act with a major plot twist. You won't want to miss it. Hey fans, we're off to the races with Whataburger. What's going on, Allie?
Hey, okay, we've got Ezra representing the Whataburger, Vanessa representing the French fries, and Sunny repping the honey butter chicken biscuit. Whoever wins this race is gonna win their item free for an entire year! Yes! All right, let's get to the races. Here we go, Mavs fans. Who do you think's gonna win? I feel like the French fries are the most aerodynamic. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Here we go, and we're off. We got, oh look, French fries are in the lead. Yes. Oh, we got a big jump here. Now who's gonna take the lead? It looks like it's the honey butter chicken biscuit, but right, oh, whoa, dropped a little honey, made the French fries slip. That's not fair. Looks like it's neck and neck between, oh, the fries are back in the lead. We got the Whataburger. We got the honey butter chicken biscuit. What's it gonna be? It's a photo finish. It's the Whataburger. Congratulations, Ezra. You're taking home free Whataburger for a year. Mavs fans, check this out. We're not leaving you out. You're also getting a free Whataburger coupon. Everyone in the arena. Yeah. Congratulations. Let's go.
Hey fans, check out our lucky winners in the one-of-a-kind experience fan zone thanks to Dr. Pepper. If you're feeling a little seat envy right now, that's natural. Just visit Mavs.com/one-of-a-kind for your chance to score these VIP seats at an upcoming game.
Warrior basketball and NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by CGI Technology and Professional Services. Insights you can act on. Well, acting on an insight, the Warriors started 0 for 5 in the paint. They're 5 of their last 6, and they've come back and tied the game.
Yeah, you got 10 points in the paint now and counting.
Be very careful about January 22nd in NBA history. That's when Kobe had 81, Joel had 70, Cat had 62, and Shea 54, all on January 22nd. And I'm just previewing what will be later in the broadcast. You know what happened on January 23rd? That was the Klay Thompson 37 points in a quarter game.
Let's go. So, well, in this game, Steph is the closest to those numbers we just showed. So he's always live, but everybody's been screaming, get the ball in the paint. We were talking about it in the crossover with Mully and Festus. But it's about, as Anthony Melton misses the first one, it's about how you do it. Set your screens, ball screens, roll the basket, throw it to the roll. See if you can get some cuts. Go back door. Obviously, any fast break points you can get where you're getting easy buckets at the rim, great news. But yeah, pump, fake, and go.
You saw that 62, 70, 81. 80 years of NBA basketball, only 49 games of 60 or more. I mean, that's the rarest of rare. Podziemski, what a beautiful steal. Took it from Brandon Williams, and Pod's running it back and running with friends. Buddy healed off the bench, but missing there. Buddy had 25 against Toronto. That missed 3, and Buddy saved the day!
Oh, my goodness. The hustle play of the game.
That was the guy who shot the ball, who was the first one back defensively to save a layup.
But you can trust Buddy Hield for that. He's always running, both sides.
Horford finding Podziemski. Better pass to Buddy out of the corner. That's the right basketball play. You want that paid off.
And that's supposed to go in as hard as Buddy Hield is working.
So these non-Steph minutes, we said kind of audition time for what groupings work and who handles and who scores. P.J. Washington, Potts played him so well there.
He's been tenacious defensively. The last one he picked, he got Brandon Williams from behind. I don't know how he got that so clean.
Horford likes shooting threes against Dallas. We said 4 on Christmas and dropping in a 3 there.
The Warrior bench, the bench mob. Again, both these benches are really good. The Mavs are 4th in bench points. Warriors are 2nd in the league.
Anthony Melton knows who Klay is. He was up in his jersey, making him putting on the deck. They knock it away. Did not give Klay early looks on threes. Warriors know that better than anybody. Potts with a D-cell.
He D-celled him to death. You can't help it. You're jumping and you're in the air alone. And Kuminga, great recognition on that strong side, knowing Klay wasn't going to be looking at him. He's looking to score.
P.J. Washington for 3. You just said it. P.J. Washington is just a very solid player. Rebounder, defender, scorer. Any team would want him.
He's a guy you definitely want on your team. Everybody loves that stability, that consistency. 2-for-1 opportunity.
Kuminga and Paz, we've seen these ball screens. The skip pass to Al made 1-3. Missing there. Caleb Martin sending Brandon Williams on his way. And he's always looking to score against the Dubs. Setting up Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Missing that 3. Kuminga high for that rebound with Buddy.
Now you can take your time.
I think people love Kuminga scoring.
Rebounding.
I loved his activity on the glass in his first game back.
He's got a lot of bounce. Use it on the boards.
They had a foul to give.
They had to, because Anthony Melton just rejected the screen. If they're going to give you a choice and let you figure out which way you want to go there, go the other way. A lot of times the help is on the wrong side there, but you got over 6 seconds to work with now.
Jason Kidd putting Max Christie in. This is a defensive substitution. 6.2 to work with. No shot clock. Playing for the last shot. Buddy on Klay. Buddy with the left hand and missing there. And that will do it for the quarter. There. Oh! Gediminas Petraitis has a foul on the 70-footer. He raised his hand and blew the whistle for a foul on the heave.
No way.
This would be 3 free throws.
This would be the worst foul of the season.
So they go to replay at 0-0 to see if the contact occurred before the quarter expired, but this would be a disaster.
You can't even come close to make it where the officials have to figure out if they want to call something or just let it go. And here's a look at it. Anthony Melton's there. He went straight up. That's not. He went straight. He jumped straight up in the air. Let's see if we went A to B here.
Prior to the expiration of time.
So Max Christie is lunging into him because he's just trying to heave it and get it there.
So this is whether, is there any contact before? You need the light and the contact in the same frame.
D'Anthony Melton has a right to jump straight up and down.
I would say, because you can see the color bar on the scorer's table, that you may have had the quarter expire. But to your point, Kay, you had Christie jump into D'Anthony Melton. You know, that's not a foul.
Christie initiated all of that, trying to heave it and get it there. And he's going at full speed, couldn't stop his momentum. D'Anthony Melton should be able to jump straight up and down.
The 0-0 review. The way to save this is just say the quarter expired.
That too, yeah.
That's the way to.
But this is important because
it is.
Like, the Mavs have actually played the most clutch games in the league. 30 of them.
Yep.
And they're 13 and 17. And they struggled offensively, but man, all these points are super important. We know how the Warriors are struggling.
Time has expired. There is no foul.
Now for the rest of the season.
So the quarter has expired, 27-24, and the Warriors only shooting 37%, but in pretty good shape after the first 12 minutes here in Dallas.
Time of the Pluckers Power Minute. That's easy for you to say. If the Mavs score 2 or more points within the next minute of gameplay, everyone wins rings courtesy of Pluckers. Brought to you by our friends at Provident Credit Union in our favorite contest of the year. The Warriors caught a break there, but that also was the right thing where the contact coming after the quarter had expired.
Yeah.
An 18-10 run, the final 6 minutes of the first quarter to give the Warriors the lead.
Well, you won the first quarter. That was job number one. Now you got Cooper Flagg trying to come at you.
And Quentin Post knocked it away. So Quentin Post first playing time. And Buddy, he ran off the defenders and just gifted Quentin Post the layup.
You don't normally see a pump fake on the run, and Buddy Hield did that without traveling.
Do you like Andrew Nembhard from Indiana?
I like him a lot.
This is his brother Ryan.
Yeah,
off back iron there.
Well, Ryan can shoot it too. He's a little smaller than his brother.
Klay Thompson can shoot it.
And Nembhard is also a playmaker. Really good pick and roll player. Great vision there. Can initiate your offense.
Steph throwing it behind Draymond. Nembhard running it back to lay it up and in.
But he's still a powerful finisher, kind of like his brother. People just bounce off him. I'm sure he learned from his brother.
Undrafted, 2 years at Gonzaga. Warriors had him in during the summer.
I like him a lot. Plays bigger than he is.
So Quentin Post to GP2, missing that corner three.
No, they're not even thinking about closing out to that.
Nembhard, Cooper Flagg, Klay Thompson, Max Christie, along with Dwight Powell for Dallas. Christie rimming that out. Draymond with the rebound. And Draymond Green, Quentin Post with Steph, Buddy Hield, and GP2. Curry, 3 threes in the first quarter, missing there. And GP2 batted it right back to him. QP for 3. Okay, if you're not hitting threes, and the Warriors are not, 4 of 17, this is the team to keep going inside against.
He could have pump faked and went there. Cooper Flag had an awkward closeout as you get Powell just moving without the ball.
Buddy Hield fouling him.
But both teams are struggling from three-point range right now. And it's all about who can find some rhythm inside first. And the Warriors showed they're capable of doing it. Once they got resolute with it, they rang off a few in a row from inside.
And Steph is 3 of 5. The rest of the Warriors are 1 of 12 shooting threes. So, Cooper Flag, that is an offensive foul.
I do like this matchup, Draymond Green and Cooper Flag. And obviously, Draymond Green is kind of backing up. He's gapping him a little bit, and Draymond knows he's got the ability to kind of move his feet much better if he does that, and that's exactly what happened. Cooper Flag ate up the real estate, came right to Draymond Green, played into his hands. Remember, Draymond Green loves these type of matchups. These are the kind of matchups he lives for. All the people, rookie, the hot shot rookie coming in here. Let me see if I can cool him off a little bit.
Clay tried to stay with Steph, and he knocked it away. Curry got on the deck, and Klay Thompson comes out of the pack.
I heard a whistle.
So the Warriors have had a number of turnovers here. And Cooper Flag guiding that home.
Yeah, Cooper Flag was the one on the floor. He helped get the steal, and he finishes the play on the other end.
This is definite good news, bad news right now, because the Warriors are shooting 34%, and they're playing very sloppy basketball, and yet
they're here.
They're in a 2-point game on the road.
Yeah. You won the first quarter, and the Mavs have gotten off to a great start in the second quarter, but this is Cooper Flag. You got nobody boxing him out. And that's how it happens a lot of times in this league. The shot goes up, everybody just turns and watches the ball in the air, and someone comes right down the gut of the paint, and he's hanging on the rim. But Draymond, the way you attack this time, that's the way you have to do it. Never avoid the contact. Try to jump into people, dish out some punishment.
The Warriors shop item of the game. You can rep the Bay with 30% off the hometown t-shirt with the code IOTG30 at shop.warriors.com.
Everybody has to be a threat out there for the Warriors this game and the rest of the season. You got to loosen the defense up on Steph Curry. Everybody has to be aggressive.
It was an ugly moment at the team dinner last night where I just said, hey, I'll have IOTG 30. And they looked at me like, what is that? That's what we live for. The 30% off. That's what we do.
Is that some type of sushi? Or?
They are missing there. All the California roll and IOTG 30. Buddy Hield, corner 3. Draymond kept it alive, but Klay comes out of the pack again. Throwing ahead to Christie. Draymond got a piece of that, but Cooper Flag guides it home.
Well, that's why you have to run down there with Draymond. Everybody's got to get back. This super fast-paced game. A lot of fast break opportunities, a lot of great hustle plays.
They jump at Steph. Draymond touch pass to GP2. The Warriors can't throw a 3 in the Rio Grande right now.
But now the Mavs are collapsing in the paint.
Klay Thompson hitting the 3, and Steve Kerr's going to take a timeout. 4 of 19 on threes. And they're getting run here in this second quarter. An ugly first 4 minutes. And Dallas up 5.
And now to the Michelob Ultra sound stage for the Mavs Drumline. Drumline. Maniacs.
Dance like a maniac. Party like a maniac. Move like a maniac. Jump like a maniac. Dance like a maniac. Party like a maniac. Move like a maniac. Jump like a maniac.
I dance like a maniac 'cause we the best. I pull up.
Our Xfinity Powerful Performance. Yes, January 23rd in 2015 remained Warrior in NBA history. Klay Thompson, 37 in that third quarter against Sacramento. Did it in 9.5 minutes. Never missed a shot. And that building levitated that night.
Bro, that was a legendary performance. Legendary call by you.
And then Klay, 14 threes in a game. That's still the NBA record. That was in Chicago. And then, oh yeah, 29 minutes, a 60-point game with 11 dribbles.
No one can ever take away these moments. No one can ever take away the championships. He is a legend through and through. That's done.
Klay told us pregame, I texted him when Rocco passed away because we're both dog lovers. He has 5 dogs now.
I know, right?
5.
And he said Megan named all of them. They're her dogs.
All French bulldogs. So Klay is a great doggy dad, though. He knows what he's doing.
Well, he actually organized a mini camp at Newport Beach for them this summer, so he's really taken on a leadership role with this team even more. I think it's been good for him.
It's been an ugly second quarter, and Steph ending that with a nice layup. The Warriors had started 1 of 7, and it was 12-4 Dallas after the Warriors won the first.
Went around the world there, working off of those screens, really around the paint.
Max Christie missing, and Dwight Powell, that's what he does against the Warriors, rebounds and hustles.
You're fortunate with Christie is missing. He's 46% for three-point range.
And Nembhard had it knocked away. Good play, Draymond and Steph. Looking for Quentin Post. And the Warriors turn it over.
That was going to be a tough one for Quentin Post to catch. He was double-teamed, double coverage.
Lottie's laying in the lane. Melton ends up on the ground. Powell ends up on the ground.
Warriors are forcing turnovers. They forced 10 turnovers so far, 11 points off of those, but that's a lot for this point in the game. Warriors are one of the best teams in the league forcing those turnovers, and the Mavs are finding out. But you get a little handoff, 2 guys trailing him. Steph is unfazed. He can finish and teardrop you home.
That play, I mentioned this story a lot, doing a charity thing with Adam Silver and Jerry West and Rick Barry. They said, if I had Steph Curry's left hand, I would have been a player. Now, when Jerry West says that, it's Cooper Flagg will draw the foul.
He's unreal like that. And that just shows you coming off of those different types of actions with speed. Even though everybody knows Steph is going to get the ball and they're so focused on him, he comes off with speed. It's still tough to keep up with him. But this is Cooper Flagg just going at Quentin Post. I think he likes this matchup. He does remind me of an Andre Karolinko, but with more scoring ability, more game to score, but the all-around ability, the defensive capability, the shot blocking, the deflections, his length on that side.
See, now Quentin is saying, hey, he hit me with the elbow, but that was a normal shooting motion. And if you stick your face in there, it is a foul on you. I mean, it kind of stinks, but that was correctly called.
And Cooper Flagg did a great job of initiating some of that.
Now, if you're going straight up and someone elbows you in the face, then it's an offensive foul. But if you're close and they go in a normal shooting motion, they happen to clip you, that happens. So Jonathan Kuminga in with Podziemski, Moody, Al Horford, and Melton. These non-Steph minutes, what will be the groupings? What will be the combos?
And Kuminga's got Nembhard on as you get the Anthony Melton inside.
There's no reason to settle for threes against this team. Not the way the Warriors can get inside against them. Powell. And now Horford played that perfectly.
Warriors have picked up their intensity defensively, getting active with their hands.
The lob perfectly thrown, and Kuminga punches it.
Talk about around the world. He went baby windmill on that one.
And I love that Pods threw it right at rim level. Let him high rise and dunk it. Don't overthrow him. And Horford got a piece of that. Air ball goes to the offense, and Powell ended up with a rebound.
Good thing Kuminga's okay there. He got hit in the head there. Him and Powell had a nice little exchange, but you got a nice matchup. You got the quickness advantage. Even though it's Cooper Flagg, he can move his feet. You're quicker than he is, and then throw it up high. Let Kuminga get some air time. Baby windmill. He's got that catch radius.
Powell on the roll, kicking it out. Nembhard missing there. The quick hands of DeAnthony Melton. So it's been this reserve unit that keeps getting the Warriors back in the game and keep going to the rim.
I'm telling you, it might be DeAnthony Melton's time now.
Well, here's interesting. You have a layup, but you have Najee Marshall with the foul at midcourt. What does Courtney Kirkland have here? So you can have a technical foul.
Warriors will take it.
So Marshall with the tee.
The Warriors are winning the bench battle for sure.
Moody makes the technical free throw.
That's big time. So now Warriors 24 points off the bench, 16 for the Mavs. And the bench has been a huge part of this one, like they have been all season. You're trusting your depth. Warriors will take every point they can get.
What's interesting is the first 6 minutes, the Warriors had no points in the paint. They have 22 points in the paint in the next 12 minutes of the game. So the mission is clear here. Knocked away from Marshall. Kuminga took his time, settled, and got it back. Podziemski 3. And Horford keeping it alive. And out of bounds off the Dubs.
You just don't want to settle. It's not a terrible look, but you can get that kind of look pretty much anytime you want. You've been going inside with so much success.
Brandon Williams. He must really dislike the Warrior logo. Well, this is the best. He plays so well against the Dubs.
He did Christmas Day. But their thing is they don't want to call plays. They want to get down there before you're set defensively. The Warriors have forced so many turnovers. They don't want to have to run half-court offense.
Podziemski and Kuminga working together. Moody for 3.
Okay. So if you can come alive from three-point range, you've already established your presence inside. That'll help.
I'll tell you, one of the groupings, the Toronto game and so far tonight, Podziemski, Kuminga have a little something going.
They do.
Klay Thompson off iron there. Kuminga, nice contest.
He fought over the top of that, stayed connected with Klay.
Podziemski trying to use strength, pump fake. But a nice block by P.J. Washington.
Yeah, you saw his teammate was in a bad way. Didn't waste any time getting over there.
Washington right down the lane. And Moody blocking that.
Warriors just say nothing easy inside.
Kuminga, one. Oh! He's okay, but you see someone's leg twist like that and you hold your breath.
He's okay. He's helping up the little girl courtside. He's like, let me take your seat for a quick second here. I need a break. The little girl is willing to oblige. She is, I think, a Mavs fan, but I think she just became a Warriors fan. Ooh, that did not look good, but he is young, and he's apparently the rubber band man. That didn't look good, but hopefully, yeah, he just took an awkward step. He stepped a little further out than he wanted to there, but hopefully adrenaline takes him all the way here.
Up and in the free throw. I mean, you see guys step on other guys' feet, and that's when you get the rolled ankle. He had the extended step, but K,
that's the last thing the Warriors need. But it looks like he's going to be okay. We'll see how he runs the rest of the game here. But to be young, it helps in these situations. Because if I did that, my kneecap would be somewhere in the 10th row.
So Kuminga, what a night from the foul line, too. JK's got 10 and 4 of 4 free throwing, a 12-2 Warrior run.
Warriors in a zone now. You got to watch the middle. It's PJ.
Al Horford contested that nicely. Moody comes away with the rebound. It's this second unit. The reserves have the reason the Warriors have the advantage.
Even in that game where they struggled against the Raptors, the bench was still great.
Melton missing the foul line jumper. You're not shooting it well, but you're holding Dallas to 37% shooting as well. And Marshall right down the lane. And Steve Kerr going to use a timeout. You can't have that in a half-court set. So an immediate timeout with 3:52 remaining in the first half.
This $25 will be donated to support the Mavs Foundation, courtesy of Chai. Mavs fans, grab your ruffles and direct your attention to the center scoreboard for tonight's feature presentation.
I would be, what is it, the Kraken? The sea monster? Either the Loch. Well, is the Kraken the Loch Ness monster too? Not. Got you. Loch Ness monster. What is that? Basically like a big dinosaur. Yeah, the Kraken.
Okay, yeah, alien. That's what I'd be from outer space.
I'd be a ghost. I'll be a dragon.
I wouldn't mind being like a vampire. Vampire would be good.
I'll be a dragon.
Mavs Academy is hosting one-day hoop camps this President's Day. One-day hoop and jam camps presented by UT Southwest to bring together the
Warrior basketball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by the Bay Area BMW Centers. Good look at American Airlines Arena in Dallas. First of a 4-game road trip for the Warriors. The Dubs with a 4-point lead. And our Kia player profile. Think of the extended careers of Wardell and Draymond Green. And you think of who would be third in terms of years of service with the Warriors. Steph, Draymond, and Klay Thompson.
I enjoyed talking to Klay before the game. Great to see him. He looks happy, and he's been playing extremely well lately. And yeah, he is a legend, a statue guy in the Golden State organization. But he's been kicking knowledge to Max Christie, actually.
Jonathan Kuminga went to the Warrior locker room. I think instead that leg looked at.
Yeah, hopefully that is not serious. The guy hadn't missed a shot yet as you get a foul on, I believe, Max Christie.
Now it's going to be on Horford on a moving screen.
Horford.
So Kuminga had that odd step on the drive, and Drew Yoder taking him to the locker room.
Yeah, there's a little limp to his step. He had 10 points. Didn't miss a shot. 4 for 4 from the free throw line, too.
In that zone again, Christie out of the corner, and they hit that corner 3.
That is the zone buster. He's a good candidate for that.
Steph setting up Moody. Those are the corner threes that you got to rail. Right now, the Dubs 5 of 22 on threes.
But they have the lead.
Cooper flag right to the rim.
Not anymore.
This is a building that has just been weird for the Dubs. They've lost 7 of their last 8.
Well, you see the Warriors are pretty intentional about throwing it ahead. That's what they try to do there. See if you can attack before this defense is set. And then once you're in the half court, you have to make hay now. Hopefully, Kuminga isn't serious, but without Kuminga now, find a way to find some flow. Obviously, use Steph as a decoy at times.
Like a lot of the shots they're getting, but they throw it away on the out of bounds. And turnovers have been the problem all season long. There's no other way to say it.
You have forced 11 of them, though. You're getting pretty active with your hands, especially when they're driving. It's tough for the Mavs to find any clear driving lanes.
Brandon Williams and Cooper flag up top with Marshall, Powell, and Max Christie. Williams to the rim.
As soon as I say it's tough for them to find driving lanes, unless you're as creative as Williams is.
2 men are flattening out Steph every time he has the ball, and Draymond just threw that away.
Okay, we just threw it before he looked at it. The official was closer to that one, Courtney Kirkland.
Cooper flag not going to settle for the 3. He's 0 for 3 from distance tonight. Mid-range, and Horford played that well. Okay, first rule of this trip down, Kate, get a shot off.
That's it.
And Steph Curry missing that 3. Podziemski the offensive rebound. And Santos is looking for a cutter. That one kicked. Recycle the shot clock to 14.
You had Steph coming off of a double screen there on the weak side, just cutting in there. I mentioned getting your cutting up, and That last Pajemski offensive rebound, he was in the split action. He just kept going to the basket again. No one really got a body on him adequately enough.
2-man on Steph all the time. Finding Draymond, couldn't reverse that layup up and in. Dallas making this push heading to halftime. Mavs' biggest lead has been 6. The Warriors' biggest lead has been 6. For flag setting up Marshall. Max Christie out of the corner. Good contest by Steph.
It is interesting that Cooper Flag is calling for a ball screen just to get Draymond off of him.
Ball moves around nicely to Pajemski. They can't buy a 3. I mean, this is 5 of 24.
But the Mavs are 5 of 20. They're not running away with it.
Najee Marshall, good find on Christie. And Max Christie has been the one hitting from deep. He's got 3 threes.
Well, you can thank Powell there because he had Guy Santos hemmed up. Made it tougher to close out.
Guy Santos ends that 12-0 Dallas run. So Guy, his first made 3.
You're trying to stay connected, stay afloat while you're trying to find your rhythm shooting it.
Brandon Williams wants to attack the rim, and he does again.
He's got a lot of quickness.
He's got 8 off the bench.
He doesn't waste any time. He's putting a lot of pressure on your defense, getting downhill.
You can go 2 for 1 to end the half here. Steph down the lane, and he will go to the line.
I love that Steph didn't even wait for the ball screen there. Sometimes you can lull a defender to sleep there as they're waiting for a ball screen to come up. It looked like Christie was maybe thinking one was going to be coming, and Steph just was able to get around him as he opened up and then find a way to power up and draw a foul.
And it's the perfect situation because now there's a 12-second difference game and shot clock. So you get the 2 for 1 and you execute that just how you would want. Steph dropping in the free throw. You can take the Warriors on the go this season. Stream the games on the NBC Sports app. Brought to you by Toyota. Both Minnesota games will be our friends at NBC. And then we'll be back with you for the Utah game in terms of streaming your games.
Steph is going to deal with a lot of pressure this game, a lot of double teams. So that's why he went so fast when Christie was on. He's like, let me just go before another defender gets over here.
So Curry drops in both free throws. Steph's got 12. Kuminga 10. Max Christie, Draymond's there. The GP2 with the steal. Perfect play by Draymond Green defensively at just the right time.
That's 12 turnovers the Warriors force. Can they score off of one?
No issues with the Warrior defense tonight. Just finding your legs, shooting the ball. GP2 corkscrewing it up and out.
Here we go. Let's go.
Brandon Williams, final 5 seconds, right to the rim to lay it in.
That was sick.
So Steph from 3/4 court with the one-hand hook shot. Oh my God, and he hit the backboard.
He hit the rim too. That guy is unbelievable.
So Dallas wins the second 31-23. They'll have the 5-point lead at halftime. 34% shooting is not going to get it done on the road. But within 5, you're still in the game. Bonte, Mully, Festus are straight ahead. Warrior halftime live.
For being with us since 2006. Leading's receiving a Max Christie signed basketball and a $100 Chili's gift card. Plus, if the Mavs make 10 three-pointers by the end of the game, they'll win Triple Dippers for a year, thanks to the Chili's Triples for Triple Dippers tracker. We're currently in 6 threes, so let's hear it for Leighton and our Mavs. For your Cosm halftime tonight, we're proud to present an award-winning acrobat that's been thrilling audiences around the globe. Please welcome Christian Stornes. Come on! Let him hear it, Mavs fans. Put those hands together.
This right here is my type of party.
What?
5 more hours, we're just getting started. 5 more hours, we're just getting started. This right here is my type of party.
5 more
Nice.
hours, we're just getting started.
Wow. I think I just tore a rotator cuff watching that. Yeah, put those hands together. That's right. That's right. Hear those hands. Nice. That's right. You can put those hands together. What? Well, hello, Scooby. Breathtaking. I mean, I don't want to point this out, Christian, but I didn't see you jump through one hoop. I'm just saying.
We can do it our way, and if love's just a game, then come and play. Meet me on the floor tonight. Show me how to move like the water.
Hey, hey. Yep.
I wanna get lost in your ocean and drown.
Now he's ready. You got to get warmed up.
But tomorrow can wait. Freezing time in this place till the sun is awake. Be like a magnet on me. I don't care what they say. We can do it our way. And if love's just a game, then come and play. Meet me on the floor tonight.
That's right. Put your hand together. Yeah. Yeah, you got to let him stay. There we go. Nice. Legal. I like that move. Wow, come on. Amazing. Woo-hoo. Yes, that is the international symbol for make some applause. Oh, that is amazing. Now, hold on. Wait. No. The music ran out, but I know for a fact we need to see one more trick.
To the beach, y'all. Let's go. All around the world.
Here we go. Put those hands together.
This is so that.
He's going down the lane. Oh, with authority. What? You want more? Wow, tough crowd. Okay, one more. What? 360!
I like the way they dribble up and down the court. I keep it so fresh on the microphone. I like no interruption when the game is on. I like slam dunk to take me to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley-oop. I like the pick and roll. I like the give and go. And it's basketball. Bow wow, let's go.
Boom! Give it up one more time for Christian Stoynev and Scooby. Thanks to Cosm Dallas for sponsoring tonight's halftime.
We've got some work to do now.
7 games of hoops on a Wednesday. We got your top 10 right here on NBA.com at number 10. Donovan Mitchell decides to share it with Jarrett, and that's a wonderful idea. He comes flying into the rim to throw that one in at number 10. Moving along to number 9, and Jalen Duren ensuring he gets on the countdown. Taking the pill with no chill, doing a windmill in the half court. And that beautiful jam lands at number 9. We're up to number 8, and Chet Holmgren needs an SOS because Giannis is rising to the crest to show him who's best. Look at Giannis. Throw that one down. He gets in at number 8. Up to number 7 now, and Daniels gets vacuumed up like a Dyson on this one. Ja Morant with the southpaw swat, and that bit of defense gets in at number 7. At 6, it's time for the legend. Russell Westbrook throws it up, and Dylan Cardwell gets the stuff. Look at Westbrook with the spin, and in the end, Dylan throws it down at number 6. At 5, Dyson's going to have some nightmares tonight of Ja Morant in flight. Ja Morant cracking back and smacking that shot. The defense again for the win gets in at number 5 for Ja Morant. On to number 4, where we always get up off the floor, and Brandon Miller has a wide open lane to bring the pain. Look at him just hesitate in midair with a little flair. He gets in at number 4. At number 3, Grant Williams. Meet Evan Mobley. Grant can't stop him as Evan arrives from heaven to throw that one down. That one good for the Cleveland Cavaliers at number 3. Up to number 2 now, and G.G. Jackson going full Harlem Globetrotters as he falls to the ground, spins around, and gets the tremendous throwdown. Humongous play from G.G. Jackson at number 2. But at number 1, we're having fun. Malik Monk rocks Jamal Shed to bed before going straight to the rim, and you know Monk can bring the funk on the nasty dunk as he throws that one home and lands. Number 1 on the NBA.com. Cut it.
Ball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota. Class-leading MPG and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota. Let's go places. The one-footed Nowitzki statue out in front in Dallas with the Mavericks leading by 5. Now, for the Warriors, you just got to be honest here. If you shoot 35% from the field, you're not going to win an NBA game, particularly on the road. But because you played good defense, you're down only 5, and the energy and the effort have been there.
You got to do it together now, and the Warriors have to use their screens. Any gravity Steph brings to the table, any gravity that Buddy Hield has, even though he's 0 for. Just use those guys, let them run around, see if you can get some buckets inside. The Warriors have run some nice creative plays where they got some stagger screens to get the ball inside as guys are coming around there. On the other side, 32 points in the paint for the Mavs. They are a paint point team. They're 7th in paint points. But just understanding they're not a great three-point shooting team. Right. They're not this game is the key thing. And closing out the guys a little shorter, making sure you're able to move your feet there on the defensive side.
So how do the Warriors get inside offensively? I'm pretty sure this guy's going to tell you with video evidence, and that is all part of the Bookies' lead.
And they have more points off turnovers than you do, even though you force more turnovers. So you got to capitalize on some of these opportunities. Defense overall has been pretty good for the Warriors, besides a few drives from Williams and others here and there.
So down 5, beginning the second half with Steph, Podziemski, Draymond, E. Santos, and Moody. It's the 5 that started the ball game. Jonathan Kuminga had 10 points, but was checked for something going on with his knee with a very odd step as Moody hits the floater to begin the second half.
It was an awkward little floater, but it went in. Why can't you show the in-between game this game? Sometimes you can't go all the way to the basket. They expect you to do that.
Moody. Kuminga will not return tonight.
That is the last thing the Warriors needed.
Podziemski was strong on that layup and couldn't finish that, but Warriors still maintain possession.
So much of life is how do you deal with adversity, and you're dealt another blow here. Hopefully Kuminga's not out for an extended period of time, but you have to make do without him the rest of this game. He was your downhill attack. He was playing extremely well. Prayers up for him.
Touch pass. Close quarters, that'll still be Warrior ball.
But at times they are collapsing in the paint, so Moody on the weak side was open. The Warriors just take a beat here. Sometimes they get a little sped up trying to go fast. You take a beat, you see your teammate open.
Beautiful play. Steph set the screen. He's Santos with the layup.
Steph is one of the best screeners in the game and ever. John Stockton and him need to have some discussions.
Left knee soreness, and hopefully it's just some type of mild hyperextension. Moody is coming up with steals. Now Podziemski gonna beat Powell this time to dunk it down.
Same type of dunk too. One-handed, then the two-hand off of 1 foot. But they've caught Cooper flying off guard a few times in this game.
Warriors have come out at halftime with an excellent defensive mindset. Cooper Flag was 5 of 9 shooting in the first half. Getting to the mid-range. I like how Guy Santos plays D, man. He's going to give you all he has on the defensive end.
Multiple efforts on the ball to deal with those counters.
Steph on a relocate. And then Steph is spilled.
Listen, Christie has his hands full with this man moving without the ball. And Moses Moody did a good job standing there, setting that pin and screen as Steph was moving. They caught him off guard, just a quick blitz. Blitz the rookie, see how he deals with the pressure. He couldn't handle it there. He is a really good ball handler, but Warriors go fast enough. They can catch him off guard.
Curry from the elbow. So Steph's got 15.
Steph has been steady this game. He knows a lot on his shoulders, but he's handled all this with so much grace.
8-0 beginning to the third for the Warriors. Christie, Draymond inhaled that. Knocked it away. Christie got it back. Shot clock at 9. Max Christie, career best in the Garden his last game, but missing that 3. And Podziemski and Gee fight for a rebound, and the Warriors lose it out of bounds.
But Steph did a great job defending without fouling. But this is Steph just working without the ball. Stopped on a dime before Martin thought he was going to. Then got inside him. Got that mid-range working.
Cooper flagged. The game makes you pay. 2 guys going for a rebound. You lose it out of bounds, and of course Dallas takes advantage.
Oh, it's such a great defensive possession before that, where the Warriors were switching. They did everything right, but couldn't do it.
Moody missing that 3. Caleb Martin with the rebound. Martin and Najee Marshall. Max Christie, Cooper Flagg, and Dwight Powell. Najee Marshall got the shoulder in, and he will get the foul.
Warriors are being tested again mentally. They're probably wondering about Kuminga back there, and they're having to go back to playing basketball and stop this Dallas Mavericks team that's been playing maybe their best basketball of the season coming in here. And Najee Marshall's been one of the guys that's been trending in the right direction.
Dallas winning 3 in a row, as Coletta mentioned, and winning big. You can secure your seats for the home stretch following the All-Star break. The buzzer beater plan. Lakers, Spurs, Rockets, and more. And you can scan the QR code or 888-GSW-HOOP or Warriors.com. Now, Lakers, LeBron, Luka. Spurs, Wembanyama, and the Rockets, KD.
Must-see TV.
I mean, that is super solid.
I'd be all in for that buzzer beater plan.
I'll let you attend those games with me and put a headset on. How about that?
For real?
There you go.
Amazing. Stagger ball screen here.
Podziemski off the Draymond screen. Got right by Powell to lay it up and in.
Well, those ball screens have worked. You take your time with it, cook up something nice. Podziemski's a candidate. He can handle off of those.
So Brandon, 6 points, 6 assists with 3 rebounds. Pass inside. Powell with Steph going to get it. They're going to call it a kick ball now. Remain Dallas ball here.
Warriors defensively have been so good. You double team on one side, the rest of the defense is privy to it. And Gui Santos got over from the weak side just to help the helper, so he was there to make that last pass tough. Watch Martin spin in the air. Gui Santos is there. That could have just been a layup, and because he got there, Powell had a tough time controlling that, but they'll live to see another day.
For Flagg getting to that mid-range. Podziemski another rebound.
He's going to that a little more now, not trusting the 3-ball as much.
Podziemski working on Powell again. Batted it out to Gee, finding Moses Moody, but Powell was there. Brandon breaking the paint on the D-cell. Moody 3. Yes, he wanted that. Keep breaking the paint. These wide open threes have to start falling at some point. And Moses 2 of 5 from deep has 9. And Dallas takes time.
We're in section 309. Me and the Maniac handing out t-shirts. If you want a t-shirt too, stand up, stand up, stand up. It's time for the mascot t-shirt cannon presented by AT&T. Woo-wee!
You stepped inside with a vibe I ain't never seen. Yes, you did. Ooh, so girl, if you talk like you walk, come and talk to me. But look here, it would break my heart, break my heart, break my heart if I find out you can't move. You better show me now, show me now, show me now. Cause when I take it to the floor, ooh, you gotta get down. You know what to do. Hey, I'm so intrigued. But what good is beauty if your booty can't find a beat? I don't wanna know, girl, so please don't do that to me. Cause it would break my heart, break my heart, break my heart if I find out you can't move. You better show me now, show me now, show me now. Cause when I take it to the floor, ooh, you gotta get down. You know what to do. Hey, Mr. DJ, play a song of this pretty little lady. Cause if she dances good as she look right now, I just might make her my baby. I just might make her my baby.
Warrior basketball in NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Wendy's. New chicken tenders. Save the flavor of Wendy's new chicken tenders.
Gotta have tendies, gotta be Wendy's. It's the only time in my life I've ever referred to chicken tenders as tendies.
That's still my favorite. The Warrior lead is 4. Actually, it's not my favorite. You know what it is? The Xfinity.
Of course.
5-year plan. The most intelligent Wi-Fi at one consistent price for the next 5 years. What is going to cost the same for the next 5 years? Nothing but Xfinity. They're setting the trend that every business should follow.
You say it with your chest every single time.
Absolutely.
Well, this game has looked kind of like what the Warriors season the rest of the way might look like. Steph's been the guy, but you've seen a little bit of Pajemski, who's been playing extremely well to start this third quarter. Kaminga before he went down. Sometimes Moses Moody is knocking down threes. D'Anthony Melton's been killing. The Warriors in his zone now.
And Marshall floating that in. They're getting into the middle right away.
It's a little too easy. Warriors kind of have to anticipate that a little more and have a guy there ready to pick him up.
Najee Marshall with 12. Cooper Flag 13 to pace Dallas. Curry 15. And Steph is held off the ball.
Yeah, Steph is so used to this, he had to implement it into his pregame warm-up. He's going to resistance bands almost before every game just to be ready for getting held like he does all game. But the Warriors, again, defensively in that zone, just making sure someone's anticipating to being ready. If the Warriors are less reactive, more proactive, and then Steph gets inside.
That's a beautiful delivery from Draymond Green off the cutting Steph Curry. Steph with 17 now. The points in the paint are there tonight. They have 50 on Christmas against Dallas. You know where Brandon Williams is going every time. He's got 10, and they're all driving. Christie missing that 3. It's going to be a foul on the Dubs on the rebound.
But one thing Steph did really well when he switched on to Brandon Williams is just back up a little bit. See if you can bait him into a jumper. You know he wants to drive, make him pass it. But here's the great pass. Look at Steph on the weak side. GP2 set a nice little rub screen there. Clipped his man. Max Christie is learning a lesson tonight.
Powell taking it right to the rim.
And Draymond wanted the off-arm action there.
Dwight Powell's always going to give you a steady effort. 5 points, 8 rebounds.
And he's always been pretty bouncy.
Draymond attacking in his own right to lay it up and in. Curry, another screen.
And Steph set a bone-crushing one, and Powell clearly wasn't ready. Bigs aren't used to handling the ball with those ball screens.
Double team in the corner. They somehow found Marshall inside, and he was fouled.
You know they're going to keep trying to get inside, but watch Steph set this bone crusher here. Look at Powell. He was clearly caught off guard. Bigs trying to fight over a screen, trying to get under a screen. It's just not something they're used to. And a lot of times you have seen the Mavs switch it, but no one wants to switch off of Steph. He's too important. He's Stephen Curry. So you fool him with that action.
All the work Steph has done building his body over 17 years. He gets no stat on that other than, I'm going to knock your guy to get you a layup.
That is true, though. He has been in the weight room. Obviously, handle all the physicality he deals with, but set better screens. Like, you can hold those guys off and clip them a little better if you've been pumping iron.
So Najee Marshall hurting the Warriors from the line. He's 6 of 6 free throwing. He's got 14. Dallas was up 5 at the half, but a nice beginning to this third. And that one will remain Warrior ball, fortunately.
You'll live to see another day. GP2 actually raised his hand and said he should have gave that play a little more time, held his ground in there instead of clearing out.
Jerry Stackhouse has been presiding over the 7th best defense in the NBA. Got a good look at Stack there. Draymond was fouled. See, this is a good foul by the first-year official. Incidental versus illegal contact. If Draymond loses that ball out of bounds, you have to call the foul there on P.J. Washington. Some officials don't do that enough.
You do.
Now, if Draymond recovered it inbounds, hey, it's incidental, you just play on, but that's a good feel for the game right there. Ooh. Steph got that pass to GP2. Baby hook is good.
Well, everybody else was surprised that pass got through there. GP2 wasn't. He made something happen.
Klay Thompson setting up P.J. Washington from deep, long, and strong. That rebound ricocheted all the way out to Max Christie. And Williams not going to settle for the jumper. Marshall inside. So Najee Marshall's killing the Dubs right now.
Well, they did a good job gapping Williams there, but they left a little too much space inside for the pocket pass.
Draymond the decision maker there. Now Moody working on Najee Marshall. Couldn't get by him. Shot clock at 10. Steph bailed that out.
He's not.
That GP2, you got to be kidding me. Comes up with it and a 24-second violation.
The Warriors tried way too many tough passes there.
And Christie hits a 3. And Steve Kerr's going to use another timeout.
All those dangerous passes aren't going to get through there. Warriors living on the edge. They're down 1 right now, and the Mavs made them pay on that last one.
Down, crew.
Here we go again. Young God, we gotta give y'all a hit.
Every day, ask a million questions like Jock, where you stay? Tell them college ball, where the chop call. Hit 20 grand, spend a grand at the bar. Just about his own, J's on my feet. I'm on that Patron, so get like me. Catch me in the trap, it's going down. Meet me in the mall, it's going down. Meet me in the club, it's going down. Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need all my babies.
Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet. Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up.
Hold up, where are you from? Vibe, I'm finna go dumb. Sideways, bunk skunk, fever. I'm a one.
Let's hear it for the D-Town crew.
GMC drives of the game. We talked about the Warriors getting inside. They have 14 points in the paint in this quarter already alone. And so the intentionality to get inside, this is where Dallas is vulnerable.
If they're resolute with it, Warriors have had success there. It's been their best offense. We've seen stagger screens to get the ball inside, fast break points, get in there, pick and rolls, throw it to the roller, attack. A lot of times the Mavs won't get the appropriate help from the weak side. We've seen some bone-crushing Steph ball screens, so whatever you think of, whatever play you want to run, keep getting it inside. Warriors have to worry about these turnovers now. They have 9 for 15 Mavs points. Warriors on that last possession really had 4 turnovers and only came away with 1 somehow. So all in all, not a terrible turnover game, but you don't want to start stringing them together.
After taking 27 threes in the first half, the Dubs had only 2 in the second. So in the second half, So they have focused on going inside with the 14 points in the paint here in the third, and Curry couldn't quite lay that in. Christie, P.J. Washington, Brandon Williams, Klay Thompson, and Najee Marshall. And right to the rim, Max Christie.
Again, before the defense is set, he's seeing one guy with a help defender he doesn't have to worry about. He's going.
They don't have a center on the floor here. Steph lasering in a three. Curry's fourth three. He's got 20. Ends a 7-0 Dallas run.
I'm watching his defender, Max Christie. He's breathing hard. He's exasperated. He's frustrated after that one. Like, I'm right there. It doesn't matter with this guy. What do I have to do?
Brandon Williams going to call his own number and get in the lane and get to the line.
That's all he wants to do. Again, if I'm Steph, I back up even more there, making it a little easier to move my feet. He's going to drive. Williams is. Look at Christie. He's right there on him. He even tried to blind him and get his hand up in his face. Steph is banging his head after that one. He's doing it all right now. Warriors need it all. Warriors, these times of adversity, Warriors have to let this bring them together like they normally do. Warriors have dealt with adversity in the past. Unfortunately, injuries are a part of this league. The Mavs are dealing with it too, with Kyrie Irving out. They have to just figure out who they want to handle the ball. It's Williams, it's Nembhard off the bench, it's Najee Marshall. All these guys trying to figure out what to do without their guy. Obviously, Anthony Davis out. So injuries happen, and it's just about picking yourself up and finding a way to battle every single game.
So Brandon Williams, 1 year at Arizona, he was undrafted. But he'll sit and, not score or have lower games. Then the Warriors come to town, and here comes Brandon Williams. 1 of 2 from the line. And Curry off iron there. Klay Thompson, 2 of 5. He's got 6. There's Brandon Williams again. And going to the line again.
Did Brandon Williams drive again?
Yes, he did.
That's what he likes to do. He is a driver, and he's got some quickness. He's got F1 speed, that lightning quick move right there, the mean crossover, got him inside, and he's at the rim again. But again, he's really stepped up in times of need for this Maverick team. When they have injuries, Williams is like, yo, I'm the guy. I can handle the ball. I can initiate.
Second free throw coming your way, courtesy of Jack in the Box.
My fan favorite Chicken Supreme is back, starting at $5.49. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
I think with the Mavs in the bonus the rest of the way, Warriors are really going to be tested now defensively. And defensive rebounding is going to be key, but just moving your feet. How do you limit penetration with a team that wants to drive this much?
Well, if you're going to win this game, someone else in a cream uniform, not named Curry, has to have a scoring evening, because Kuminga is not coming back, and he's got 10. No other Warriors in double figures.
I want to see
that's the puzzle piece without Jimmy Butler. Who's that secondary scorer?
I want to see the ball in D'Anthony Melton's hands.
And Melton couldn't finish that. Richard tried to keep it alive, but P.J. Washington with the rebound.
But it was a good move.
Klay Thompson catch and shoot. And the Warriors fortunate there.
Mavs are not running away with their shooting either.
Melton out of the corner. Warriors are still stuck at 40% for the game. And the lob laid up and in. Brandon Williams. And just tell you, when he plays the Warriors, you could say it. Just watching 26 on Christmas, 15 already tonight. Last year, Brandon Williams was special again, and Melton finally ends that run.
I want to see the ball in D'Anthony Melton's hands, is what the Warriors are saying. When they gave it to him, he went one direction, counter move, almost like a running back trying to find that hole in the pocket, redirect.
And Brandon Williams continues the show. 7 of 8, he's got 17. Curry for 3. Got it. Steph's got 23.
Well, Steph is the show. He's putting on a show here in Dallas. Hasn't been the prettiest offensive game, but these fans are being treated to a hard-fought battle.
Steph went over 10,000 threes attempted tonight. And Marshall answers with the 3.
Hey, all of a sudden, it's starting to rain.
Curry. Steph shot that from San Anselmo.
He's got that look in his eyes. He's just been trotting back afterwards like, yeah, this is what I do. I'm used to this.
Najee Marshall. Horford came to double. Curry tried to take it away and then thrown away. And the Warriors forced the turnover.
Listen, Steph is going to give you a show offensively, but he still has enough energy to move his feet and cause a turnover on the other side. Najee Marshall fell asleep for a split second. That man is your worst nightmare.
So Curry 6 of 10 on threes. 9 of the Warriors' last 11. 13 in the quarter.
Neither team is kind of letting go of the rope here. It's going to be tough to get separation now.
Yeah, they gave Dallas the ball. Clay had that blocked. He's just going to pass that. Al Horford to the cutting Melton, hanging and finishing. The two veterans working together.
Look how bouncy Anthony Melton looks. And again, before the defense is set, get down there. Al Horford can make great decisions. Cut.
Get it out of Clay's hands right away. Melton's 13 off the bench, right on cue. And Kalena said, get the ball to Melton. He's answered scoring-wise. Brandon Williams with Curry playing the D.
As if he hasn't done enough.
Steph. This is whirling dervish mode right now. Melton corner three. Got it! What a run by the Dubs. Dallas takes time. Melton's got 16. Steph's got 26. 7 unanswered. And these are the Road Warriors. These are the sequences that you need.
Man, the spirit bar is up. And it's rising. The Warriors are showing some fight, playing with all kinds of force. The competitive fire is burning. You're up 3. Warriors are like, okay, we understand adversity is here. We're ready to deal with it.
Join us live at Chase Center on Friday, January 30th. The Warriors taking on the Pistons, the #1 team in the Eastern Conference. First 10,000 fans get the Draymond Green Michigan State University bobblehead. All at Warriors.com or 888-GSW-HOOP.
Man, Cade Cunningham takes no prisoners.
Jalen Duren is having a year.
He is.
Love that guy.
Just been in the flow state as a team. The Warriors are there right now, feeling good. Can you keep this momentum going?
So Buddy Hield in, Guy Santos in, with Podziemski, Melton, and Horford. Ryan a rest for Steph after that great third quarter.
Finishing strong here is important. Have some momentum going into the fourth.
Williams inside, and it was initially blocked, but it went in for P.J. Washington.
How is power? Vertical.
Melton's had a great third quarter. Melton 3, off iron there. Brandon Williams has the ball. You better stop the ball, because he's going downhill again. And that time, throwing it away.
Because Al Horford contained and they were able to stay home.
Melton was fouled in the backcourt.
They're looking for a take foul. Coach Kerr has his arms out. Did he make a play on the ball? Courtney Kirkland is talking about it.
It is. Yeah. It's a take foul.
Yeah.
And then again, for the transition take foul, did he make a play on the ball, or did he just slap the Anthony Melton and not make a basketball play? So this is, anyone can shoot the technical free throw.
So watch this. Clay kind of fouled there. He wrapped him from behind.
Yeah. The hug is not a basketball play.
And this could be big. Like Buddy Hield, you're able to see those free throws go in. The one free throw go in.
So Buddy hits the free throw, plus you get possession of the ball.
And
maybe Buddy Hield is hot now. You know, with a shooter like him, as streaky as he is, he sees one go in. He's like, oh, wait a minute. That's what making a shot feels like.
Melton getting downhill again, and he will get to the line.
We're just saying we want the ball in D'Anthony Melton's hands. Set the ball screen, let him reject it. If Williams is going to give him a choice which direction to go ahead and reject it. The help is on the wrong side, then just power up and hang.
We always talk to D'Anthony Melton about this, but the older Warriors and the younger Warriors, he's the one right in the middle at age 27. He's the connector. And this is the free throw there.
And I think Dub Nation might like what they see from him the rest of the way here. I mean, especially when it gets to the point where he can just play as many minutes as you want.
So the plus minus is plus 20 tonight. He was number 1 on the homestand, plus 99. So he's playing his best basketball at just the right time. 17 now, 1 of 2 from the line.
I just love seeing him smile. Like you can tell he appreciates playing basketball more than ever in his life.
It gives you hope because he's coming back from an ACL, and that's what Jimmy would have to come back from. Al Horford, how smart are you? Make Brandon Williams shoot a jumper and then go back and get the rebound. Al Horford in a man-sized rebound there. Podziemski putting it up and in. How did he sneak that in before Martin could get to the ball?
In traffic. Podziemski has been fearless driving.
A single-second game shot clock difference, winding down the third. Warriors started down 5 at halftime. Max Christie going to try to freeze it out here. No fouls to give. Christie on the Euro. Horford again. Final second, Melton from midcourt, and that will do it. The rebounding of Al Horford, critical. The scoring of D'Anthony Melton, and a 10-point win for the Dubs in the third, 39-29. First game of the trip, 12 minutes to bring home a W in a building you've lost 7 of the last 8.
All right, yeah, exactly. Nice. All right, let me try something different here. Give me the mouse in the house. Too small. There you go. Nice. Wow, that is, if they're smaller than you, that's really small. All right, give me this one. Let me see a little swagger. You're missing. There we go. Yeah. All right, give me this one. Yeah. Whoa, easy, easy. Nice. Wow, that was aggressive. Yeah, there we go. Whoa, all right, relax. Just, okay, whoa. There we go, give me that one. Give me a little Kyrie magic, a little lefty magic, let me see it. Yup. Woo!
Our Toyota game summary heading into the fourth here in Dallas. A 12-2 run to end the third. The Warriors Didn't settle for threes as much, Kay, as they worked it inside. And defensively, the rebounding of Al Horford, the passing of Brandon Podziemski, who has 8 assists, and then just Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He has 26 in the game.
That 39-point quarter is more than respectable. Warriors want to be the more aggressive team from here on out. Warriors only have 2 second chance points to the Mavericks 16. You've missed enough threes. You'd like to make more, but crash the glass. See if they want a defensive rebound. They're kind of average when it comes to their defensive rebounding percentage. And the Mavs have been out-rebounding you with their offensive rebound. They're not even really an offensive rebounding team, so you could do it.
Ryan Nembhard, Cooper Flagg, and Max Christie, and they double-team Nembhard. That's an 8-second violation regardless anyway. The Warriors forced the turnover.
Well, Podziemski's frustrated because they called that and they had an advantage. They were going to score there, but amazing double team. And they've caught the Mavs off guard all night with this, and Nembhard too. As soon as he didn't even cross, and Podziemski just blitzed him. And Podziemski's like, no, we were going to score.
So Horford, Podziemski, Melton with Guy Santos and Buddy Hield to begin the fourth. Melton wheeling on Klay Thompson, got into the body, couldn't quite bank it home. Dwight Powell with Klay Thompson, Max Christie, Nembhard and Cooper Flagg. Christie, nice finish. I'll tell you, Max Christie,
I like him a lot.
I mean, anytime you get your career high, you start to build on that.
You know you're getting aggressive when you kind of hesitate there and then you still drive. You just don't take no for an answer.
He's got 16. Shot clock at 6, but he healed from deep.
Told you. He made that free throw.
Yep.
He saw one go in. He's like, wait a minute. This is what it feels like to make a shot. Made the next 3.
This equals the Warriors' largest advantage of the night. Nembhard using quickness on Buddy Hield. Buddy stayed with them nicely. Shot clock at 5. Cooper Flagg from deep, and he bottoms a 3. His first made 3 of the night.
Tip your hat and run back. Nothing you can do about that.
Melton had Powell there, smartly backed it out. Guy Santos missed that 3.
Let me hear those hands. Here we go.
Cooper Flagg going up under arms, couldn't finish there. And Horford rebound, touchdown to Melton.
And Guy Santos did a great job just holding his ground, knowing Cooper Flagg wanted to drive on him. But just make it tough, don't foul, and you get a fast break opportunity the other way.
I tell you, Uncle Al in year 19, what a game he has had. Jumping Klay to get it out of his hands, and Christie was out of bounds. Hey, other teams run that play too.
That sideline sneaks up on other teams. Warriors have double teamed so well this game, and they've just thrown in at the Mavs in perfect places where you can use a sideline as another defender, catching them off guard.
But you said it earlier, that double team gets your energy up. You're on the road. Everyone's against you.
Yeah, it helps you be the more aggressive team. You're moving. You're flying around.
Podziemski driving on Klay. Klay moved his feet nicely. Shot clock at 8. Buddy out of the corner. Hits another one.
I'm telling you, he's hot now.
25 against Toronto.
Just that little recalibration, always needed.
Cooper Flagg putting it up and in.
He's really good when he can catch on the move. He moves really well without the ball. Just ran through that catch. Knew what he was going to do before he got it.
I keep looking at Cooper Flagg and still can't realize he only turned 19 in December.
That's true. He's young.
I mean, 19. Youngest player in the NBA.
He calls all his teammates Unk just to annoy him.
Podziemski. Oh, couldn't get the angle there. That layup went off iron. Nembhard running it back into Cooper Flagg, and he's fouled. That's a 4-point swing. He had the layup, it didn't go, and now free throws on the other end.
And the problem with Cooper Flagg is he can run like a gazelle, and he's just trailing the play. Nembhard saw him, all those defenders in there. Cooper Flagg tried to cock it back. The Warriors almost got flagged.
But Cooper, it is funny because he was calling all his teammates Unc, and P.J. Washington forbade him to call him Unc. He's like, I'm not there yet, Rook. You got to chill out with this. He's calling people Unc that are like in their second, third year on the team.
But you know, within the team dynamic, as soon as the player says, don't do this, you do it more.
Exactly. He's going to do it more.
You do it
just
more.
to annoy him. But Cooper Flagg, man, he's going to be in this league a long time is what his talent says. So some young rookie is going to come up and be calling him Unc before he knows it. He's going to blink his eye. He's going to be the old guy.
When were you scouting high basketball talent in the state of Maine?
Right.
I mean, Cooper Flagg is one of one.
Yeah, well, he said he wants to be Rookie of the Year. That's what he said coming in.
Well, it's going to be him or Con Knipple.
Him and his old
battle.
College roommate. It's a two-man race from one dorm room. What's happening here?
So you had a 3 change to a 2.
So I thought they're just trying to ice Flagg here.
So that's from Secaucus. They can look and see if someone had a foot on the line.
That's what they should do with the goaltending calls.
Absolutely.
I'm really forget about them.
I'm really hoping for officials, fans, us, everybody. The competition committee in the summer says if a ball hit the backboard and it's missed, you know, the next dead ball, you just count 2 points. Just add 2 points
instead of making the officials blow the whistle. It's like
because they just had a nice correction. Okay, had a foot on the line. It's only a 2. That's fine. It was missed live. GP2 setting up Horford. Catch and shoot 3 off iron there. Flagg fighting for the rebound. He's got it. Headed the other way. Look at him handle. And then GP2 got a piece of it. Christie out of the corner. Bottoms a 3. And we're tied.
Well, just that initial push, even though Warriors knocked it loose, it helped them get some space on the three-point line.
No, that's going to be a moving screen on Al Horford. He did not appreciate that.
Al Horford is such a good screen setter. He's trying to stay stationary, let the ball handler Steph Curry do the work. I've said it earlier in the game, the Mavs, #1 in the league in clutch games. They've been in 30 clutch games, haven't fared very well there. It looks like this game may be headed that direction.
Cooper Flagg's been rolling. They have him set the high screen. One Cooper Flagg on GP2, and he knocked it away, got it back. Christie's been hot, missing that 3. Powell is held, and it's a rebounding foul on the Warriors.
Pajemski is saying, it was me. I held him down, but it's actually a pretty good foul. That's only your first team foul. The Warriors have been in 20 clutch games. They're 8-12. They've struggled there.
Well, this is
he's got him clamped.
Well, it's a good foul because it's going to be a dunk or a layup.
Absolutely.
So Horford will get the rest. Draymond is back in. Al Horford, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, made his 1-3.
Warriors are so hungry for this game. You can feel it.
Shot clock down to 5. Nembhard with a step back 3.
You talk about some guts.
So 10 unanswered by Dallas, and Curry ends that.
Well, Steph will answer. He's got plenty of answers for your questions. That step back is one of the answers.
28 for Steph. Cooper Flagg with Curry on him.
Kind of a sidestep.
Skip pass to Christie, better pass to Marshall. Out of the corner, bottoming a 3.
All of a sudden, the floodgates have opened with the shooting.
Najee Marshall's a 31% three-point shooter. He's 2 of 3. Curry drops in a triple. Steph's starting to feel it. And Jason Kidd's going to take a timeout.
And he is hyped.
Remember when I said Steph had not had 20 points in 3 consecutive games? That ended. He's got 31. And there's 7:07 left. Curry at 13 into the third. He's 11 of 19 for the game. Dallas takes time in a 1-point game.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Just imagine all this, baby, enough to make it go crazy. Latinas, they get crazy. Latinas, they get crazy.
pressure with no karma. New York with no flavor. The world with no haters. Obama with no color. Hillary with no bill. Pitt with no Miami and soon with no deals. Just imagine all this, baby. It's enough to make it go crazy. Latinas, they get crazy. Latitas, they get crazy. Latitas, they get crazy. Yo mama, she gets crazy. Latinas, they get crazy. Latitas, they get crazy. Latitas, they get crazy. Yo mama, she gets crazy. Jump up, let's get 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 crazy. Damn, that's crazy. Break it down. LA, they get crazy. Miami, they get crazy. In New York, they get crazy. Atlanta, they get crazy. In London, they get crazy. In Paris, they get crazy. In Rome, they get crazy. Ibiza, they get crazy. In Trinity, they get crazy. Come on. Jamaica, they get crazy. Australia, they get crazy. Japan, they get crazy. Let's go. Cubanos, they get crazy. Let's go. Dominicanos, they get crazy. Everybody get your hands up right now.
Thanks to Stripe for sponsoring the dance scale. Mavs fans, it's time for the Ford Noise Meter. Show your Mavs pride, get on your feet, and rev it up.
Contested by GP2, and another rebound foul on the Dubs. I tell you, Powell, he really works the glass. Really? So this is, when he's retired, and people say, well, how good was Steph Curry? Most NBA games with 7 or more threes. Crazy. Okay, Clay, Lillard, Harden, and Buddy are great shooters. Steph, 154 games with 7 or more threes.
He is in a league of his own. Draymond Green just fouled Powell. Got him in the stomach. Draymond doesn't like it.
Powell ran into him.
The crowd is screaming.
And they're going to review this now. It's the 4th foul on Draymond, but the review is this a hostile act? With the elbow.
I don't think it's a hostile act. I think he was just trying to stop him. Yeah, it is a foul. Give him the foul. I didn't see anything egregious.
The rule on the floor is a defensive foul. This play is under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant.
It wouldn't have been reviewed if Powell didn't react the way he did and keeled over a little bit.
So is that unnecessary contact?
It's definitely
flagrant 1, unnecessary, excessive, unsportsmanlike, flagrant 2.
I know for sure it's not flagrant 2. Now, Draymond's had to deal with the reputation and all those things. Hopefully that doesn't come into play, but to me, that's just a good hard foul.
Well, you know when guys are cutting, you're putting that arm bar, you're out there anyway. So you want to call a foul there, that's no problem. But, and I think it was the Powell reaction is why they want to review it and just take a look at it.
That's just being physical. And that's why Draymond, I think, was complaining about, because he didn't expect this reaction. You've seen contact like this all through this game, maybe even more. Draymond was surprised by it. He was just trying to cut off Powell.
Courtney Kirkland will have the resolution.
After review, the contact by the defensive player is unnecessary and has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1. Dallas will shoot 2 free throws, and Dallas will inbound the ball on the sideline.
Nah, I don't agree with that. Do not agree with that at all.
So that will be free throws plus possession.
I'm telling you, it would not have been reviewed if Powell didn't keel over like that.
And that's, you bump the cutter all the time in the NBA. That play happens 20 times a game.
I've seen it a million times. Never been called a flagrant foul before.
And Steve Kerr's reaction and Steph's reaction tells you all you need to know. And let's Wait, let's live in the real world.
And Steph,
if that was a guy named Draymond Smith,
exactly,
it's not a flagrant foul.
Why'd you keep the same first name?
Well, I just was making my point.
Draymond Smith. So you don't normally see Steph react that way, too. He was frustrated with that one. Well, that's what I mean. Didn't the Golden Globes just happen and the Oscars happen and everything? I'm not saying he didn't feel it at all, but Powell played that one up a little bit.
No, it's a foul, but it's 2 free throws plus possession of the ball. So keep an eye on the final 6:49 here. It's also Draymond's 4th foul. Hart with the shot clock at 10. And Draymond forced the air ball. Draymond with the rebound.
Made him miss, went back and got the rebound. That is Draymond Green type of defense.
And then Draymond the decision maker. Defense by Dallas. GP2 had nowhere to go there on the baseline.
But he took a beat, didn't turn it over.
Curry for 3. And here comes Najee Marshall out of the pack. Max Christie, little show and go move. And Draymond fouling in.
The crowd reacting to that one. Draymond's like, go check that one out too if you want. He had to give a hard foul here. Awkward close. I think they probably should have called the first foul. I don't know why they missed the foul on Will Richard first. I think they're going to look at this one too.
The ruling on the floor is a defensive foul. This player is under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant.
So they're going to review this to see if it's a flagrant foul.
Draymond, all he can do is just smile through it. The problem, too, is the Mavs are in the bonus the rest of the way. But awkward close out here. Draymond has to come in. He's got a hard foul him so he doesn't score it, too.
And then he
held him up.
He held him up.
I'm going to say that's a common foul.
Would it be a common foul for Draymond Smith?
I know back in the 90s it would have been a common foul. The game has changed a little bit, but Coach Kerr is saying, I feel like that should be a common foul.
So it's the 5th foul on Draymond. It's going to be free throws. And as Kalena mentioned, the Warriors are over the limit. Dallas has yet to be called for a foul in the entire quarter.
The problem for Draymond is if he soft fouls in there and Max Christie goes up and gets an and one, then his teammates will be mad at him. I mean, that seemed like a pretty clean, good, hard foul to me. Common foul. But it is free throws because they're in the bonus.
So that will be a...
After review, the defensive player makes contact with the ball and he holds the offensive player up. There is no flagrant foul on the play. Ruling floor stands as a common foul.
That is correct.
And it was going to be a shooting foul anyway. 2 free throws.
So Draymond now with 5 fouls.
Good hard foul, but now he has to come out of the game and maybe come back in later. Foul trouble. Well, it looks like we're going to get clutch minutes. We're almost there. But it only gets more difficult from here on out.
As I said, this building has been odd as of late. The Warriors have lost 7 of the last 8 in this building, and a bunch of them have been very frustrating. Remember, a year ago, they lost in Dallas on the back end of a back-to-back, went to Houston right before the All-Star break and won. And that was a game Steph, Jimmy, and Draymond all played because they were so frustrated with how they lost here in this building.
Yeah. Well, Warriors haven't really had their 3-ball working a lot of the game. It's been working for Steph and Moses Moody. That's about it. And they've been able to score it inside at times, but the Mavs have hit the 12 threes.
And the question, Steph started this 4th quarter. I don't know if you can rest him.
Right.
I don't know if you can sit him out. It's a 17-5. I'd say Dallas run, but a lot of it was free throws. Well, the clock was stopped. Will Richard checking in, missing from the corner. So the Mavs a 5-point lead in the ball. And the trailer Powell are going to the line again. Flip it up and in and draw the foul.
They are active in the paint. That's 50 points in the paint for them. That's where they've been doing the brunt of their work and getting to the free throw line. Defending without fouling is going to get much tougher. And again, I said it starting this game, one of the reasons the Mavs have been playing so well in the last 3 games is pace, running, the fast break points. They have 26 fast break points to your 14.
So this is the largest lead of the night for the Mavs, and Powell an opportunity for the three-point play.
Yeah, you have to get back, and not just get back, be ready to defend.
So halfway through the fourth, 7 unanswered. You have to get a foul on the Mavericks at some point. They've not committed any here in the fourth. That one knocked away. Horford saved the turnover. Curry, reload 3, off iron there. GP2 and Podziemski fighting, but Marshall wins the battle.
Give the Mavs credit defensively. Played a pretty good game overall. He's getting better here late.
Najee Marshall on Curry. Flipping it up and in. Najee Marshall with 24. Christie with 21. Cooper Flagg with 20. 3 20-point scores for Dallas. Podziemski down the lane. That layup off iron.
The Warriors haven't had the firepower tonight.
So 9 unanswered at a very bad time. And Marshall making it 11, and Steve Kerr's got to use the timeout. This all changed after the first flagrant foul. It is flipped the game on his head, and now the Mavs up a dozen.
All right, fans. A little crowd participation. Ow! Oh, hey, champ. What's that? You want him to get louder? Okay. I think I know where this is going. Let me hear you, you loudest!
Second bad, but somebody got it.
Tonight's BMW Ultimate Performer brought to you by your Bay Area BMW Centers. Najee Marshall, 9 of 11 with 26 points, 7 rebounds, 6 of 6 free throwing. He has just been special in every quarter, really.
That's efficiency. 2 for 3 from three-point range, too, but he was giving it to you inside and screaming and letting you know about it. You mentioned the Mavs' 20-point scores. The Warriors don't have another starter other than Steph in double digits. And then Anthony Melton's the only guy close to 20 points. Obviously, Kuminga was on his way before he got hurt, but you're just against it here. And the rest of the season, basically, it's anybody that wants to have a big game, it's there for you.
Yeah, 29-12 in the fourth quarter. So Podziemski with Steph, Moody, Draymond, and Melton. And off the ball, foul on Dallas. Their first foul of the fourth quarter.
Steph was trying to set another back screen to get Moses Moody inside. He's done it all. I think he's even bled a little bit if you look at his jersey.
Yeah, Cooper Flagg will pick up his second personal. Remember, Draymond's playing with 5 fouls here. Step down the lane, and P.J. Washington blocking that out of bounds.
They're going to be all over him. P.J. Washington was just tracking him. Steph is trying to Euro step around Williams and wasn't able to elude Washington.
Steph with a tough step back 3, but not for him. He's got 34 and 8 made threes.
Yeah, you can block my 2, block that. I'll exchange a 2 for a 3.
14 games this year with 30 or more. And where Brandon Williams wants to go with the ball. And, oh, no.
Well, you still have your challenge left.
Williams just fell to the ground. Melton was headed the other way.
You still have your challenge left, is all I'll say. Do you want to challenge it? Let's take a look at it. Change the direction. He really lost his footing. They're going to challenge it.
They are going to challenge that. Yeah. So 4:13 left.
You need this one.
We will see on the coach's challenge here. You had imminent possession afterwards, so it would be Warrior ball, but the review is upcoming.
Chubby waist, thick legs in shape, rump shaking both ways, make you do a double take. Planet rocker, showstopper, flow popper, head knocker, beat scholar, tail dropper, do my thing. Rolls Royce
It's getting closer, King. 2 weeks away, the Winter Olympics. You can watch it all live on NBC and Peacock starting February 6th. Milan Cortina, Italy for the Winter Olympics. We're in Dallas, first game of a 4-game trip.
Trying to hear what Kirkland is saying. Successful.
Golden State will receive their timeout back, and they will have another challenge.
What he said.
They will resume with Golden State inbounding the ball with 23 on the shot clock.
What he said was there was no illegal contact, which
Williams just slipped.
Exactly correct. He just fell down.
Anthony Melton's moving his feet.
First of all, Williams tried to shove off, and then he just lost his own footing.
Yeah, you got to reward great defense like that. Warriors shouldn't have had to use their challenge.
No, they should have had a layup on the other end because Melton was going the other way.
Yeah, that's not easy. Melton had to switch on to him. And you know how quick and elusive Williams is. He moved his feet, and Williams fell over on his own.
So successful challenge, and the Warriors have the ball. So 4:13 left and down 9.
Warriors kind of need perfect basketball now.
Melton catch and shoot. Flag, good battle on that rebound.
It's a pretty good play. They ran a stagger ball screen, and Anthony Melton's man was just kind of helping off of it.
14 of 43 on threes. Brandon Williams and Draymond's fouled out of the game.
Fouls number 23, Draymond Green.
So 6 fouls for Draymond. And Brandon Williams going to shoot 2.
There was a lot on Draymond defensively. He really had to battle on that side. He had to get over there and help on that Williams drive. Was this a foul? I mean, no, it wasn't. Kind of kept his verticality. Williams initiated that one as well, but Warriors don't have a challenge. Actually, they do have a challenge. Their last one was successful, but they're not going to use it.
So Brandon Williams, we said Warrior killer. He's got 18 and 26 on Christmas. He plays the Dubs, and he lights up. So down 11 with 3:45, and Kalena said you got to be perfect here. And that would be a goaltend.
P.J. Washington wants them to review it. They did blow the whistle, but I think that's a goaltend. It looked like it was on the way down. Warriors got another goaltending call. Steph was worried about getting by Christie. Washington shoots over there, but it was on the way down.
Williams attacking again. Max Christie passing up for Cooper Flagg. Shot clock at 11. Flagg is fouled.
Well, Cooper Flagg didn't want to shoot the 3 ball. Made sure he was able to get inside. I thought it was interesting listening to his Duke coach, John Shire, talk about him. Said he's a savant with the basketball in his hands. That's high praise. A lot of times he did play point guard when he was with Duke, more of a point forward. But yeah, he's got a lot of game.
Missing the free throw there. We mentioned the next 2 games are against Minnesota. NBC will handle that, so we'll be with you Wednesday. Lauri Markkanen and Keontae George from Utah.
I'm actually going to do the pre and post game for that second Minnesota game.
Yeah, Peacock. That'll be nice.
That'll be fun. With Isaiah Thomas.
Well, you've got ESPN Radio this weekend, too.
Yeah, I'm staying here.
Right here in Dallas.
They see Houston after this game.
Curry right to the rim. Steph's got 38.
A little hesitation froze Christie.
He scored the last 12.
Steph has done all he can.
Shot clock at 10, and Brandon Williams throws it away.
That helps.
3 minutes is plenty of time in an NBA game. It's a delay of game on Dallas. Curry 3. And Christie defended that pretty well.
Steph looking for more magic up his sleeves. Warriors do need 3s. Steph knows it.
And they're trying to pick up full court here. Najee Marshall's had a great game and goes right to the rim.
Now, once they break the pressure, a lot of times it is kind of like a fast break.
Melton will shoot 2 free throws, so you're down 10, but free throws coming and the clock stopped.
D'Anthony Melton has been one of the bright spots. Got a chance to get over 20 points. The ball is going to be in his hands a lot the rest of the season. And I think Coach Kerr does want to keep him coming off the bench to run the second unit.
So Dallas is going to have a coach's challenge here to see if Melton traveled.
And the officials have been challenged tonight.
Oh, man. They've been challenging with 2:40 remaining and a coach's challenge with the Mavericks up 10.
This play is now under review.
With the view, I thought you knew I had some help. It ain't like I can make this kind of mess all by myself. Don't act like you ain't helped me pull that bottle off the shelf. Been deep in every weekend. If you couldn't tell, they say teamwork makes a dream work. Hell, I had some.
Well, the fourth quarter, Dallas taking control, and this is without Jimmy Butler. This is what a lot of these games are going to be like. You can't lose the rope for even a minute or 2.
Your margin for error just got smaller. Warriors realize this. Is this a foul on Marshall? Didn't look like it, honestly.
Well, that would be in keeping with a lot of what's happened tonight.
Player around the waist, and he makes contact to the arm of the offensive player. The rule on the floor stands as a defensive foul. So it is an unsuccessful challenge. Dallas will be charged a timeout, and they have no challenges remaining.
The arm around the waist is where the foul occurred.
The second angle showed it there. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, Warriors like that.
4 reviews in the fourth quarter.
In this game, we said it early in the game, Warriors needed to get inside. They have 48 points in the paint. When they did get inside, they had success. I think a pretty good shooting percentage in the paint, if I had to guess.
Well, on Christmas, they had the 50 points in the paint, but they had a great 3-point shooting afternoon tonight as Melton missed that free throw, 14 of 44.
It was a valiant effort, though, and forcing the 20 turnovers, too.
So 1 of 2 from the line. Can you pitch a shutout? I might have mentioned Dallas, 30 clutch games. Most in the NBA, 13 and 17. This has not gotten to a clutch game yet.
They kept it from being that.
Marshall on the kick out. Cooper flag. Lost the handle, got it back. E.J. Washington hitting the 3.
That's the backbreaker.
So Dallas shooting 51% for the game. Washington 10 off the bench. Melton driving again.
Man, he looks so healthy and bouncy, able to plant, change direction, mean Euro steps.
Anthony Melton, 22 points in 22 minutes. Mavs 5 of 6 on threes in the fourth. They've hit every big shot that has mattered. Haji Marshall. Jamski moved his feet. And he fouled him.
In this game, if you're looking for a foul, just drive it. Go inside. That whistle's likely going to blow. Change of direction, counter move. I'm okay with that call.
That's a foul.
Yeah, he didn't hold his line there. He kind of lunged at him last second there.
Yeah, but on the road, the free throws are 30 to 16. This game was never the same after the flagrant foul on Draymond Green. That just turned the game on its head. And then Dallas, good play in the last 5 minutes, and they just owned the fourth quarter.
I honestly didn't see a bunch of Mavs fouls that weren't called, though. So I'll give the Mavs.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm just stating what is.
Right. I'll give the Mavs credit on that side, at least when it comes to defending without fouling.
I think Draymond Green's flagrant foul was ridiculous.
Yeah. It's on the other side.
Shot clock at 11. Steph with the step back fadeaway. And Brandon Williams comes up with a rebound.
Let's go Mavs!
Dubs have struggled on the road. And without Jimmy Butler, Glenn has said it, there is no margin for error. They were in this game for 3.5 quarters. You have a couple sequences that turn it sideways, and it's not going to be enough. 8 and 13 coming in. They're going to be 8 and 14 on the road as Bajemski will go to the line.
The patented 1-foot decel strikes again with Bajemski. But yeah, the rest of the way, it's how do you deal? You're shorthanded. You pray you get Kuminga back sooner rather than later. It's all hands on deck. It's battle until they say you can't battle anymore.
What's going to be crazy in this game is that Dallas committed 20 turnovers and the Warriors committed 10, but the points off turnovers were only 21-18.
Yeah, not that far apart.
And so
it's a weird one.
I mean, it really, the 14 of 44 three-point shooting and another high-scoring Curry game that does not end up in the win column.
Yeah,
not a lot more that Steph could have done tonight.
Well, you said the free throw line was where the Mavs had their biggest advantage. But give the Mavs credit too. Warriors had 47 points off the bench. They weren't too far behind with 41. Right. They have a really solid bench themselves, and it's kind of all hands on deck for them too. They're just trying to fight and spoil other team seasons at this point.
So the season series will be 1-1. They only played Dallas 3 times this year, and the way things may go in the West, you're going to be worried and be thinking about tiebreakers at different times. We talk about, and people will write about, Jimmy Butler offensively. Jimmy Butler defensively matters in a huge way.
And his communication, just his presence.
Moody hitting the 3 off the Bajemski steal, because you had Toronto go for 145, Dallas go for 123. I mean, without Jimmy defensively, that matters. 7-second difference game in shot clock. And the Mavs can just kind of almost melt it away. Najee Marshall, 30 points. Dallas puts 6 players in double figures. And they own the fourth quarter.
Najee Marshall just turned it over. every game for the Warriors is going to be difficult from here on out. You get the feeling the Warriors are really going to have to battle and battle and battle for every single game.
Jemski missing everything with that three.
It's going to be tough sledding.
You get a 5-point lead heading into the fourth. And lose that fourth quarter by 13 points.
Was not for lack of effort.
So Dallas will get win number 19. And the Dubs will fall to 25 and 21. So after they had won 4 in a row, the Warriors now, every win will be precious. So 123-115 the final. Couple games coming up in Minneapolis, and then finishing off the road trip in Utah. The Warrior Postgame Live is coming up. And you'll have Bonte and Festus and Mully to talk about it right now.